The Practice of Self-Inquiry, Chapter 2, Meditation. Your present cycle of birth, life, death is true as it is reality. Your physical existence in the universe is a living proof of this cycle. At this stage, if you can ask yourself this question, does this cycle of birth, life, death repeat itself again and again? Is it true? You may get a faint answer, yes. There may be no answer, or the answer may even be no. Even then, you are not sure. Record this carefully in your mind. Does the cycle repeat itself? Is it true or is it an illusion? The truth is, it is both. The cycle repeats itself, but in the eyes of the divine soul, our Creator, it is only an illusion. Why? Because once you know the truth, the cycle will come to an end. You will be united with the Absolute, the divine soul. You will go back to where your spirit originally came from. Coming back to the world of physical and mental reality, beings belong to either one of the following three groups based on what has been discussed so far. Those beings who believe in the cycle of repetition of birth, life, death. Those beings who do not believe in the cycle of repetition of birth, life, death. Those beings that are not aware or are aware to some extent but never consciously bother to think about it. Irrespective of the group you belong to, an honest attempt will be made using meditation to understand the truth, thus attempting to put an end to such a cycle. If, in the end, dear reader, you achieve nothing by reading this chapter, you will definitely have learned to live in peace and harmony, at least with yourself. A being who has learned the purpose of his existence in this universe has learned the secret of creating new habits and will be able to control that which controls life. One way or the other, a being is a slave of his habits. When habits become the slave of a being, the being evolves towards perfection, makes an effort to be united with the Absolute, the Divine Soul, or by whatever name you would like to call it, thus fulfilling the highest purpose for which the being is on earth. As you go through this chapter, you will make an attempt to form the best habit, namely meditation. To evolve towards perfection, to be united with the Absolute is the highest and the common purpose of all beings on this earth. This common purpose may be beyond human conception and may not be achieved by feeling or knowledge alone. But it is not beyond meditation, and that alone is enough to achieve this common purpose. Dear reader, at this point we are actually going to start this chapter on meditation. So far, we were only attempting to direct our mind towards meditation only to make us aware that meditation too exists in our world. It is purposeless and nothing can be achieved in trying to analyze meditation. What is necessary is to have a clear understanding about what meditation is. Before we make an attempt to understand the term meditation, try and classify yourself in one of the following groups based on meditation. Those beings who have realized the Absolute using meditation, those beings who are on their way to realization as the Absolute using meditation, those beings who are aware of meditation but are still contemplating how to take up meditation. Don't worry, about which category you belong to, as let us first try and understand what meditation is. Secondly, why is it necessary to meditate? And finally, we will look at some simple but very powerful means to meditate. Dear reader, you can pick that way of meditation which suits you best. Now, what is meditation? Whatever activity we do, there is something which guides us. In very simple language, there is a hidden power which guides us. Every day when you leave home, just observe this simple fact. Something guides you to your destination and guides you back home. Is this not true? The answer has to be yes. Similar to this, meditation is that something which shows us our spiritual path and guides us on the path to become one with the Absolute. That which helps us realize the common purpose for which all beings are on earth is meditation. It is like a teacher who gently holds us by the hand and guides us along the path of spiritual enlightenment. Meditation unlocks the latent spiritual powers lying dormant within a being. This leads to realization of the Absolute, which leads to the breaking of the cycle of birth, life, death for a being, at the same time resulting in freeing the incarnated soul from the body-mind trap. Astronomy is the study of heavenly bodies, the study of stars. Astronomy tells us that our Earth, our Sun, our solar system is part of galaxy, and this galaxy consists of about 10,000 million stars. 1 million equals thousand thousands. A galaxy consists of many thousands of millions of stars held together by gravitation and separated from other systems by great areas of space. Astronomy has revealed the existence of about 1,000 million galaxies which form our universe. Our universe is one of many universes which we may call the cosmos. Like you are the ruler of your physical, mental, and spiritual personality, so too the Absolute, the Divine Soul, is the ruler of the cosmos. The only way to transcend this and other universes is to be united with the Absolute by means of our soul, the incarnated soul. How do we talk with our soul? Meditation is the means. Meditation shows us the way to communicate with our soul. Beings may sit in a spaceship, go to the moon, and explore our universe. All this will improve the standard of human life on earth, but sitting in a spaceship will not take us across all those universes and unite us with the Absolute Soul. We have to sit in the spaceship provided by meditation to achieve the goal of our spiritual purpose. Meditation prepares us and guides us on the path of our spiritual journey. The thinking of many human beings is as tiny as the physical size of a being compared to the size of the cosmos. Material and personal gains have made human beings so blind they have become totally ignorant of the real and common purpose of their existence. Dear reader, what you read in the rest of this paragraph, please record it consciously in your mind. On the subject of material prosperity, it does not matter how much success a being achieves in life, the being will still feel empty and will always desire for something more. The lower nature of beings, their physical and mental nature is very tough, very corrupt, and very stubborn. It will never be satisfied. Till a being understands this law, the being will forever be tossed to and fro by his physical and mental nature in the world of dissatisfaction. Meditation can change all this. The first direct effect meditation has on beings is a change of thinking, a change that will dispel the veil of darkness, ignorance, and of suffering surrounding a being. This change will make the being aware of the common purpose for which all beings are on earth, and all beings have a change, as a result of which the being will be guided by a higher wisdom of the incarnated soul so long as the being exists on earth. Thanks to the spiritual enlightenment brought about by meditation, wherever such beings go, they will bring peace among others. Such a being will become as bright as the sun, and just like the sun changes all darkness around it into light, will transform the darkness of the physical and mental nature of beings into spiritual light, spiritual wisdom, and spiritual freedom for all beings. The question is, are you ready yet or not? If not, then if so far you have understood what meditation is, rest assured one day you will be ready. A tree is a tree, whether it grows in America or India or anywhere on earth. Similarly, a blade of grass is a blade of grass, be it anywhere on earth. A being is a being, irrespective of where he is born. But first, the person is a being, and then an American or Indian, etc. Similarly, meditation is meditation no matter what religion a being belongs to. Religions also teach that a being must meditate, which in turn leads to the fulfillment of the common purpose for which all beings are on earth. Everything has a function to perform. Sight is a function of the eyes, thinking is a function of the brain. So, too, the function of meditation is a realization of the Absolute. Is it necessary to meditate? We will now try and understand why it is necessary for us to meditate. We shall try to understand this in a number of ways. It does not matter how we are trying to understand or what example we are looking at as we read on, the conclusion is the same. Why we are looking at it from different ways? Because when you have your lunch or dinner, greater and varied the variety of food, the more you enjoy it. Similarly, as we explore and comprehend the different ways to answer the question why it is necessary to meditate, greater will be our understanding. As many people say that they have experienced in meditation or otherwise, sometimes as a real experience or in the form of a vision or dream, what is termed as near death experience. They feel they are traveling through a dark tunnel at the end of which there is a glowing white luminous light all around. So too, as the darkness of the night goes into daylight, all beings on earth pass through this dark tunnel or passage into the beautiful luminous light of the sun, comparable to the luminous light at the end of the dark tunnel. As the breaking of dawn transforms the darkness of this tunnel into light, so too we need to meditate. Meditation transforms the darkness around us and unites our soul with the universal soul. If a being is suffering from a sickness that can only be cured by a particular medicine, so too some problems of a physical and mental nature can only be cured by meditation. A being may have a problem or a worry for which an immediate solution is not there. One's feelings may be hurt, etc. Meditation in the spiritual state rectifies these problems by giving peace to our mind. Meditation restores the harmony with our thoughts by expanding the horizon of our thinking, limited by our mental capability to think and analyze rationally. Through meditation, a being becomes free of any cravings. Hence, as we resort to a particular medicine to cure a particular disease, we resort to meditation to restore this broken balance. Meditation helps us to observe and interpret at a spiritual level as perceived by our soul while on the other hand, most of the time we observe and interpret only at a physical or mental level. Interpreting at a spiritual level is true and pure, while interpreting at a physical or mental level is usually in the form of a reaction. Hence, it is necessary to meditate so that a being can interpret and observe at a spiritual level. This will gradually lead to a realization, a confirmation, the glorious beauty of the Absolute, which cannot be described in words. Within each being, there is a vast source of spiritual knowledge. This knowledge can be tapped using meditation. When the Absolute will let you tap this knowledge, it will be given to you, dear being, not in the form of small drops of knowledge, but you will be given the entire ocean of spiritual knowledge. So, meditate and get what is rightfully yours to keep forever. To understand further the need for us to meditate, let us now explore these three states or aspects. The first aspect is related to talking to a fellow being, while the second aspect is related to your own thoughts and is you within yourself. You may be thinking of something you would like to do in the near future or a past event. Please note this is a state of consciousness but of a lower order. The third aspect or state is when you think of the Absolute, the Divine Soul. The Creator actually talks to you, guides you. In this third state, you are turning to a higher state of consciousness. In this state, all thoughts subside, a silence is achieved, and in this silence, you are in communication with the Universal Soul. Now you judge for yourself. How can we achieve this higher state if we do not meditate? It does not matter whether you call this a high state of consciousness or a high state of unconsciousness. What matters is that if you are not already into meditation, are you now ready to take up meditation, or do you need more convincing? Beings must meditate to know the truth. Once, when the truth is known, everything will be known. When you go into a dark room, you cannot see anything. But the moment you switch on the light, everything can be seen. So, too, when you meditate. Meditation is similar to this switch. You switch on to your spiritual self, where you are able to sort out the problems of your physical and mental world. When you switch off, you come back into the physical world to carry on with your day to day work. Why do you need light in a dark room? The answer is to see objects. Why do you need to sleep? To recoup your energy. Why do you need to listen to music? To relax yourself. Why do you need to meditate? For your own bliss, peace, and happiness. To go closer to the common purpose and achieve success in this purpose for which every being on earth has to fulfill. Whether you do it now or later, the choice is yours, but do remember it has to be done. When you sit in front of a computer, what do? You type on the keyboard to bring up on the screen whatever information you are after. What is the action involved? You have to type, otherwise, nothing will be achieved. Our mouth, teeth, stomach, and all those enzymes secreted to help in the process of digestion are there. But what do? You have to pick up the food, put it in your mouth, and chew it. Only then all other functions which assist in the process of digestion will start functioning. What is the action involved? You have to pick up the food with your hands and chew it in your mouth with your teeth. Otherwise, nothing will be achieved. Similarly, churches, temples, mosques, and other such places are there for a being to pray. Books are there to teach you how to meditate. Like a bird uses wings to fly, a fish uses fins to swim, so too there are prayers and mantras for us to use in meditation. But how on earth can we comprehend and realize the power of meditation until we actually start meditating. Hence, we need to meditate to achieve perfection, to achieve harmony, to achieve bliss, to be united with the Absolute, the Divine Soul, to get away from those ever increasing false and misleading thoughts which lead us nowhere and result in nothing but unhappiness and dissatisfaction. Merely thinking and theorizing about meditation is not good enough. Nothing worthwhile can be achieved until we have confidence in ourselves. Yes, this is the most difficult part to understand, yet the most essential, and meditation can help us to fully understand this question. Don't just believe that this is the truth. Make up your mind now and using meditation, experience the truth for yourself. Just the decision to meditate guarantees that you will achieve bliss. You will fulfill the highest and the common purpose for which all beings are on earth. But alas, to start meditating is the hard part. Once you board the train of meditation, you will for sure reach the destination. By now, it must be clear why is it necessary to meditate. Some simple but powerful methods of meditation to suit the modern way of life for us to use whenever we have time. The purpose is to invoke the latent spiritual powers within a being. We shall look at various methods of meditation so that using these methods we may fulfill the very purpose of meditation. It does not matter which method of meditation you choose, understand this and understand it well. The ultimate purpose of these methods of meditation is the same. It is to achieve bliss. Once the real, the pure truth is known, once you attain realization, whatever your purpose or whatever you do in your normal routine life, things will take a turn for the better and redirection of practical activity. Redirection of thinking will take place. Before we go too far, here are some simple but powerful methods of meditation to assist us on our journey of meditation. So let us meet in the next video to know about those meditation techniques. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you everyone. Happy meditation. Bye.